Judy, I'm not a fan that you copied me.
What do you mean?
You knew I was wearing pink, and you decided to wear pink.
Actually, I've been wearing pink, and I just saw your shirt right now, so I think you copied me.
How would I what? I'm a mind reader? I
Because
know it.
we were FaceTiming, and you saw I was wearing pink. I feel like I didn't see your shirt because I only saw like face up. So I think you copied me while you were getting this like started, sending me the link. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna throw on a pink shirt just so I can match with my co-host.
Wow, you think I want to match with you?
I mean, why would you not want to match with me?
That's fair. Welcome to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube at TABPOD. Also, check out the audio podcast wherever you audio podcast. And while you're there, remember, like, share, subscribe, give us 5 stars. This is where I'm supposed to be like, if you only give us 4 stars, you hate us. I don't think you do. I think that maybe you feel like we could grow. And that's a teachable moment. But what I will say is that the algorithm hates 4 stars. So 5 stars up, baby.
Yes.
5. If you're looking on YouTube, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Oh, man, I am on fire. I've been on fire for about, 36 hours at this point.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's just I'm happy in general or because, I'll get to the point. Yesterday, I went over to my mom's house and Alex did something. My brother Alex did something that he hasn't done since becoming a father, which is I'm just going to take a random road trip to visit my family, right? I have a running joke with everyone that Alex, you cannot depend on him to show up to an actual family event.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just need a random Wednesday in the middle of August, he'll be there.
Huh, okay.
So he hasn't done one of those in a while, though, because he's got the new baby Quinn, and, he's being responsible. I commend him for that.
Mm-hmm.
But his wife, or soon-to-be wife, Kelsey, has been out of town for a couple weeks. So he's been watching the kid. And so old Alex came out and he decided to take the baby on a quick little road trip to visit the family and drove down. And I got to meet my little niece for the first time yesterday.
The first time? How old is your niece?
I don't know. She's like 2-ish. Either way. We're getting off the topic. We're getting off topic, okay?
Okay.
Apparently, everyone else that Quinn had gone up to that day, or had gone up to her, I should say, she got shy and was like, no. But when Uncle Ryan came up, it was the greatest moment of her life. I instantly became her favorite relative. And so in this moment happening, I would like to, I made an unfair judgment on Quinn at one point. And I said
Without even meeting her, apparently.
Well, look. Sometimes decisions have to be made in haste, okay?
Okay.
And this one was, and this is why I love being me. Because I am willing to accept when I was wrong. And in this case, I was wrong. I should not have said that she doesn't count. I should not have said that she is not an heir to the throne in some way. In fact, after just bonding with her on a level that I don't even think her own father has ever bonded with her on, I feel like she's this close to beating Asher. Like, don't get me wrong. He's my dog, right? I love him. but she's got a charm about her. Mmm. But yeah, she loved me. Anytime I would walk away, she would come up and be like, "Hey," and then take my hand and then drag me back in front of the television. And she was watching. It wasn't Coco Melon, because apparently there's a new Coco Melon, because it looked exactly like Coco Melon.
Okay.
But yeah, it was called something. They kept telling me, but I stopped thinking. I stopped caring.
Yeah, of
And
course.
and the, and the only other thing regarding that made me laugh so hard was that at one point in time, Kelsey was not a fan of mine, and that was because I had asked my brother to ship me something that can't be shipped to Nevada. Well, it can be, but it needs to have all of the... Remember overnight shipping?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, we remember.
Overnight shipping happened.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that she still harbors any kind of grudge. If she does, I understand. I hope she doesn't, because, it's me. But now it's just one of my favorite things that Quinn's favorite relative is her stoner uncle who yells a lot. It's just, we were just hot. We were doing kangaroo hops everywhere. It was so much fun. Oh my God. I love her.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thank you.
But okay, this is your first time meeting her.
Mm-hmm.
Was it did she automatically she's like, yes, you're my person?
Pretty much. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
What can I say? All right. People love me.
Yeah. That's fun. Oh.
All right. Speaking of people who don't get love, Judy.
What a segue.
Whose face is annoying you this week?
Oh, I have 4. 4 faces today, y'all.
What is it? Wait, I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm sorry. Blue balls. Before we do the annoying faces, real quick, just because it was part of that. I was having such a good time talking and having fun with my family last night. It made me realize a way in which I actually want to be famous. Or I can be famous. Not a way in which I want to, I want to be famous. And a way that I can actually be famous.
Okay.
I just need, and this is going to sound so stupid because it's literally just reality television. But anyway, I just need someone to follow me around and film me 18 hours a day. I guarantee you, if somebody did that, we would have more than enough content to make everyone's wallets fat. I have never been more confident about anything other than re-bequeathing Quinn to the throne. I have never been more confident about anything other than if I had someone following me with a camera, rich.
All right. I mean, you should look into having your own reality TV show then.
Yeah. I just need $10 million to get it produced. So thanks.
Get it sponsored.
Whose faces are annoying you? Sorry, thank you for the tangent.
Okay, so we have 2 couples because, my God. The first one is Patrick and Brittany Mahomes.
Both of them?
Both of them.
The Mahomeses?
The Mahomeses.
What about my auto?
Yes, him.
No, my auto is Travis Kelce.
Oh, damn, it was, huh? I don't remember that commercial well.
Sorry. Okay,
God,
my bad.
Anyways.
So the Mahomeses are annoying. Okay, why?
The Mahomeses. Okay, so last week, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about sports on this week's episode?
I mean,
It's not.
per our
It's not in our
rundown, we did not
rundown.
have it, but we could throw it in
We
right
did
here.
not.
It's
We're
fine.
just gonna throw it here
Yeah.
because last week, obviously, everybody who was watching that Bills Chiefs game saw Patrick Mahomes' tangent that was happening. Oh, not tangent, his tantrum. Sorry. That he was throwing on the sideline after they called back that touchdown that they had because Tony was offsides. And I just keep and they just kept focusing on his face. And I go, oh, that's just a face that you just want to hit.
Wow. Wow.
And I mean, I just throw his wife in there because I really I do not like that lady.
Okay, so that I kind of figured on that. So let's just for all intents and arguments say that we're just talking about Patrick Mahomes for this moment because yes, Brittany. This is how I feel about what you just said.
Okay.
I feel like you're a Cowboys fan who, and you're I was talking about this the other night. You're a fair Cowboys fan. When your team messes up, you're the first one to be like, no, we deserve to get our asses kicked, right? Mm-hmm. But you're still a Cowboys fan. And that means that you feel like you deserve to have a championship, right? Like you've deserved to have it happen to you by now. And now the person who's been getting all the championships, Patrick Mahomes, he's dealing with adversity, and now this is your moment where you're like, oh yeah, oh, I got this. What's up? Pop. And you're just giving him a little extra that it's not really his face. Because, and I say that because you've seen his face isolated many times.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're always looking at a State Farm commercial or a this or that a Verizon commercial. I think he's also doing like so many.
Yeah.
So you would have said this, in my opinion, before this happened.
Oh, I would have, yes. His face annoyed me since the beginning.
Well, then why have we not talked about it until now? We did 17 football players one week, and they were all retired.
First of all, that was like the start, okay? And then yes, we talked. You know who else I would have put back on here again, just for honorable mention, is Nick Sirianni.
Oh God.
Okay, honorable mention.
Okay, so
anyway,
I think that this is your Cowboys bias showing a little bit.
It's not. And first of all,
I'm just
gonna say that right now. It's
not. Your team.
I can find you tweets from seasons ago where I said Patrick Mahomes' face is annoying as fuck.
You mean you were saying it while he was winning all those championships?
Nobody knew who Patrick Mahomes was.
You know what? I'll be fair to you. I am trying to play it on both sides right now. I will give you that you think Patrick Mahomes' face is annoying. All right. What's the other couple?
Oh, the other couple. Okay, I don't know if you know them, but we just started watching this mini docuseries on Netflix called Chasing Twin Flames.
Oh,
or Escaping Twin Flames.
Yeah, I have. It's the one about the people who leave cults or something like that, right?
Yes, but essentially yes. They say this is the cult. It's called Twin Flames Universe or something like that.
Okay.
But the founders, the husband and wife, oh my God. Their names are Jeff and Shaylia Ian. My God. Please look them up right now.
Okay.
But geez, just I'm staring at them and I go, how can people
all I had to do was put this? Jeff and Shaylia Ian popped up.
See?
This is awesome.
I'm like, what? I just don't understand why people find them trustworthy.
Dude.
Honestly.
Dude.
I don't understand.
Hold on. I've got to share this. Okay, we're right here. Oh man.
Oh
Okay.
God. So we were
Because
watching
for
this
anyone
and
for anyone wondering, check us out on YouTube at TABPOD because I'm gonna share I'm gonna show you guys the one chick. She looks like like her face looks like a pancake. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Okay,
but
there
like
we go. Look at it. Look at
yes,
that.
that is them.
That makes me want
Jeff
maple
and
syrup. And then I was like, well, maybe it's just the angle. Nope.
I just don't, yeah, I don't see how people fall into this thing that they've created, and it's a wild ride. We just finished only the first episode, but my God.
So I totally see how this happens. I really do. Look at homeboy, right?
Yeah.
Who does he remind you of right now?
Um, the lead singer from 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh,
Jared Leto. Sorry, I could not think of his name right
exactly.
there.
No, I'm so happy that you said that's exactly who I was thinking of. He looks like a discount Jared Leto. You know who Jared Leto looks like?
Who?
A discount Jesus Christ. Okay? These guys, and I'm not saying Jared Leto is a cult leader, although I have heard some weird rumors about that. But these
We
guys,
all heard, yes.
like, he looks like that for a reason. And then there is literally a checklist of things that you can do in order to have people follow you. And I mean, look at her face is the beacon that they all must just go to. Good Lord. And then bam, again. Like it never ends. Oh God, the poor dog had to get blurred in this one. He was so ashamed. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was funny because Keith was like, he's like, are you gonna add them to your faces that annoy you? I was like, yes, 100%. Let me write it down.
God. So what kind of scam were they having though?
So they have like this whole concept of people have their twin flames, right? Do you know what a twin flame is?
I have no idea. I'm guessing it's
Okay.
like your better half, your soulmate.
Yes, but like it's like this. They say that the way they describe it is like this intense feeling that you have this one person and that's like your only person, and you have to do everything in your willpower to be with this person, even though y'all broke up. Like there's some people on there that are like, these are my exes, this is my ex-husband, um, things like that. And there's one lady, she had a restraining order against her from her ex, but the Twin Flames coaches, Jeff and Shalia and Ian, are like, restraining orders aren't a thing. Exactly. That's the same face I made. But
Oh my God.
they're like, you have to like do everything in your willpower to be with this person. And once you find them, it's like the end game, right? Of
Okay,
their
real
whole
quick, because the thing, like,
thing.
how does it get determined if it's your twin flame? That's what how does that get determined?
I they go into a whole bunch of details. I don't know much about this. I'm not gonna look it up
The
either.
school part of the documentary is when Judy turned her brain off. She was only there. She was only there for the breaking of the laws and the violating of the restraining orders. Anytime it was like, well, this is how we actually figure out ways to make you feel cuckoo. She was like, nah, I'm taking a nap, bro. Keith, wake me up when we get to some good shit.
Basically, yes, but also they have it's a whole class. They have like a whole school system, and you have to pay. It's like $2,000 a session or some crazy number. I'm like, what? It's the whole thing is ridiculous, and I can't wait to report back on how it ends because there's only 3 episodes, I think. But my God,
How
like
many
the
episodes have
thing,
you watched so far?
just one. It's the
Just
first.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need you to pay just better attention to the boring stuff in the coming
Okay.
episodes, okay?
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
I will pay
If you
attention.
want, I can have our EP watch a video on someone giving a critique of that docuseries. So I can once again have her take notes on someone giving notes about something.
Okay.
We can do that if you
Make
need
sure
that
she's
help.
not high.
Why? She was accurate. I think. I don't know. I was oof.
But yeah, that's just their, oh my God. Yeah, their faces. I was like, okay. I would not trust them with my money to
Oh my God. I'm just like,
anything.
sorry. I am still there's just a wall of their faces in front of me right now. And good Lord. Oh, all right.
Woo is right.
Whew.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm so glad that I came up with the rundown like this because you're fired up right now. And you got into it with someone on Twitter over something that is kind of the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So, Judy, if you would, please.
Yes. Okay. So earlier today, I was bored at work. I decided to start scrolling on Twix. And a lot of my followers are people who are from Texas because a lot of them are like Cowboys fans, right? But a lot of them were arguing with this one lady, and like I don't know who she is. She's just some rando who had an opinion on Twitter, or sorry, on Twix. And she said that Texas is not part of the South. Okay, fine. She says not part of the South. So people asked her like, "Oh, what part of the country do you consider Texas is in?" And this lady said, "Oh, Texas is part of the Midwest." Now, Ryan, when you hear Midwest states, what do you think of?
I mean, I obviously think of the most Midwestern of all the cities, Dallas, followed up by only the second most Midwestern city in America, San Antonio.
No, I said state.
Yeah, but
What Midwest?
sorry, I was trying to do a thing where I was being sarcastic, okay?
I know. But you're still naming city.
Fine. States that are Midwest: Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Detroit.
Michigan.
Naming cities. I mean, to be fair though, is there another city other than Detroit in Michigan? Like, it's
Ann Arbor.
That doesn't count. That's a military base.
Isn't that also where Michigan, the actual university,
They
is
cheat.
at?
They don't count. Okay, should have been barred for the playoff. Okay, look, I'm just saying.
Right?
It's
Ohio.
it's Detroit.
Indiana.
It's Detroit and then nothing else in Michigan, okay? It's like how Las Vegas is in Nevada. There's Las Vegas and then kind of Reno, but like they only are good when they have a quarterback that kneels every couple decades. That's a Colin Kaepernick joke.
The capital, Carson City. But regardless, all right. So talking
None
about
of those places exist.
Midwestern state is what we consider like the northern middle, right, of the country. So
Right.
people are like telling this lady, if you Google Midwestern states, these come up. And she's like, no, Texas is a mid, like she is dying on this hill. And I can't wait to show screenshots because I screenshotted just to make sure that in case she deletes it or like she goes, private on Twix, that I have proof that this lady said Texas is a Midwest state.
So I honestly think that the first time she did it, she meant to say Southwest, right?
Maybe.
And then she was just like, I can't edit it and I can't not go with what I said. I'm dying on this hill. I think that's the only thing that I can think of that would actually be believable as to why someone would think that Texas is in the Midwest.
I honestly don't know. And I like some of the things that I read on Twitter, whatever, Twix, half of the time I go, are they just saying this to bring attention to themselves? Like, I know you're not being dumb on purpose.
Well, some people are dumb. Some people are
Or, I
dumb.
mean, yeah. I mean, I know. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I've been hearing people argue about why or how the dinosaurs didn't exist. Like, some people, and I heard I was listening to someone talk about it the other day. I forget the person's name, so I apologize. But they were saying that at some point, for some people, not for everybody, but for some people, at some point, like, they'll be gaslighting you. But they're not gaslighting you in the traditional sense, in which they are knowingly lying to you to make you feel a certain way, right? Okay. Sometimes, because this came up with the Draymond Green scenario, doing a lot of sports right now, scenario the other night, in which he slapped Yusuf Nurkic in the face and got a technical foul, or a flagrant 2 foul, and has now been, as of today, indefinitely suspended from the league.
Yep.
And every time something like this happens to Draymond, he does the same thing where he's like, well, this was happening. I'm sorry about what happened, but really this was going on. And he'll apologize, but the apology gets overweighted by all of the excuses, essentially, right? Like, at some point, this is what I'm trying to teach Asher right now with accountability, right? At some point, you just got to say, yeah, this might have been just my fault. And if I had thought about what I was doing, it wouldn't have happened, right?
Right.
At some point, in my opinion, that's part of being an adult. And Draymond has gotten himself into a point where he probably honestly believes everything he is saying. And so if he were to tell someone, no, you're wrong, I wasn't trying to slap the shit out of homie, I was actually trying to sell a foul. Like, he's not gaslighting you in the way like he's trying to make you feel crazy. He's gaslighting you because he's obviously wrong, but he's gaslit himself to the point where now he believes it. So,
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think this lady, like, in one of two things, she fucked up and put mid instead of south, or she's just like a little in the head.
That's true.
And, although real quick, that reminds me, there's a movie that I guarantee you've never seen. It's called The Scout, and it stars Brendan Fraser and Albert Brooks, right? And it stars Brendan Fraser as he turns into a Major League Baseball player, and he's basically, literally in this movie, the greatest Major League Baseball player to ever play. Because, Shohei Ohtani, you know how he just got $700 million from the Dodgers?
Yes.
Right? And he got that money because he can pitch lights out and he can hit lights out. Brendan Fraser in this movie never throws anything but 100-mile-an-hour fastball that's a strike, and never hits anything other than a home run. I'm not fucking kidding you.
Wow.
Right?
Greatest player ever.
Seriously. Now, the movie, while it is a comedy and there's a lot of stuff, you could tell that there was a script that was written, and then there was what the studio wanted this script to be, because there's a lot of mental health dealing with mental health is a big part of this movie, is my point, right? And I told you all this to tell you, at one point in that movie, because they've concocted this fake background for him, because he, like I said, has mental trauma, so he doesn't really remember a whole bunch of his past. He was found being the Babe Ruth of Mexico. Brendan Fraser, Babe Ruth of Mexico.
Okay.
when Albert Brooks finds him. And so the reporters are talking to him, and they're like, where are you from? And he's supposed to say the Midwest, but he says the Mid-East. So the reporter's like, what? You're from Saudi Arabia? Oh. So I want to say thank you to this lady for reminding me about Brendan Fraser in The Scout. The 90s Shohei Ohtani.
From the Mid-East.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, people were going off on this lady. And she's like, nope, I said what I said.
I said what I said, and that's it. Oh, man.
That's why I really need to just stay off Twix during work, because my God, this lady gave me like a headache. And I was like, oh, Jesus.
Speaking of work, real quick, I want to say your desk looks so dope. Like you did such a bad job selling it to me last week, because when I saw the picture of it, I was like, this is way better than what I thought you were going to do.
Oh yes, I'm so happy you brought this up, because we got the results yesterday on who won the contest.
Okay, and you guys won. I can already tell by your face you guys won.
My quadrant did not win the best quadrant. It was a different one, and I did not win best or most festive cubicle, but I did win most over the top. And you know what? I will take it.
I was going to say, God damn it, that's not fair. That's honestly not fair. Because not only will you take it, I think you actually prefer that rather than winning the actual best one.
You know what? I think I do too.
This is the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. I wanted you to be upset about someone beating you. And not only does that happen, you win something better than first prize. God.
But yes, I did win a Starbucks gift card. So
ooh.
Shout out to the leadership.
So Starbucks is in a lot of issues right now over that Israel-Palestine thing. I want to talk to you about that, but I am going to admit I don't know nearly enough about it to feel like I could have any kind of cogent conversation.
I don't either. Yeah.
And I'm saying that specifically so that if anyone is out there listening, one, please let us know what you think about the situation, and with actual like analysis, not just like Israel sucks, Palestine. We're not trying to start an argument, but we would like to hear, like, what the educated opinion of people is. Hit us up at TABPOD on TikTok and at Twitter. But I also am bringing that up just so that people can know you don't always have to have an opinion on stuff. You can tell people, because this is also part of what's wrong with our social media culture. People feel like you have to have an opinion and you have to stand on that opinion no matter what. Guess what? Sometimes I feel a certain way about something, and then the next day I feel differently about that same thing. That's just human nature, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't do that. So I just want to take a second and I'm so glad that this is just why we work together so well, Judy. Because without talking about it, we were both just like, yeah, no, like, we don't know shit about this, so we're not talking about it.
Clearly, as we've never brought this up before.
Not even in a production meeting.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I wanted to give a quick update to the Gen Z versus millennials debate, okay? A couple weeks ago, you were talking about how Gen Z and millennials were fighting on TikTok and blah, 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 right?
Yep, we got the beef.
And the other day I saw a report that was talking about how Gen Z plans on becoming rich. And
Okay.
the overall thought process was that they were going to have to own their own businesses and do their own thing and be influencers and all. And I'm not saying that they're incorrect on their thought process, right? But excuse me. But the reason that they had thought that was because they had seen the millennials sacrifice their work-life balance.
Balance.
Yeah. And still not be able to own homes and still not be able to do this and still not to, okay? And that's fine. I understand that. And I don't disagree with that. What I would say, though, is that while Gen Z, in my opinion, as the alpha male millennial that I am,
With your Lisa Frank t-shirt going on over there.
my alpha male Lisa Frank t-shirt, you come correct.
Sorry. I stand corrected. It's
Thank you.
alpha
Thank
male
you.
Lisa Frank's
But
t-shirt.
while Gen Z has been propped up, in my opinion, by millennials, in which I'm saying that we allow you guys to have a louder voice than you have, and you could say that's part of social media, but at the same time, these opinions are actually being utilized rather than in the past when the voices of the younger were just said, well, you're young, so shut up.
Right.
You know? It has allowed Gen Z to get to a place where at a younger age, they are able to come up with the thought process of, I want to be different. I want to do my own thing. I want to try it my way. And I say that because as a millennial who was growing up, you know who didn't get told that I was correct? That my different views were, good. I'm stuck in just the best position. Yeah, you guys got to check that out at TABPOD on YouTube. That I was lazy, that I was all these things. Boomers talking to millennials. All I ever heard in the workforce was how millennials were lazy and how they didn't want to put in the work and how they didn't want to do the things. We, as an entire generation, got gaslit by boomers.
Yep.
And it didn't matter how hard we did try, how much we did do, all those things, they still didn't want to fucking hear it from us. No matter what. You want to know why they hear it from us now? Because they're fucking retired, okay? They're not working anymore.
Nope. Sure not.
Meanwhile, Gen Z is coming up and they're like, yo, millennials, y'all know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. I'm so glad that you guys are getting a head start on it. But just understand, you're getting a head start because the previous generation isn't actively trying to fuck you over, unlike the previous generation that we had. Okay?
Yeah.
And when I say that, I hope y'all know, I'm not saying that boomers are bad. I'm saying that they were fucking hard-headed. Okay? And that's just,
they were.
That's how it is. They
Still
were
are.
hard-headed, still are. and that's, you want to, I'm going to say something political. I rarely like to talk politics on this motherfucker. You want to know who the fuck millennials had to deal with in the workforce growing up, Gen Z? Look at our government. Fucking 60, 70, 80-year-olds all over the motherfucker. Those are the boomers that said to us, no, you're doing wrong. And then you wonder why we can't get anything passed because they're too hard-headed to actually make anything happen.
Yep.
I really need to get that out. Oh, man.
Yeah,
I've been holding on to that. Good Lord. Like, I honestly, it felt so good to get that out. I feel like I just had an orgasm. Like, you know that exhale after sex that you have where you're just like, I am satisfied with my life.
Wow. Felt great.
But no, it's like, seriously, I was thinking about that. And it's just, I'm glad that there is a whole generation of people that feel not justified. That's the incorrect word. Feel empowered enough.
Yes, empowered. Yes.
To want to go and start their own business.
Right.
When I was growing up, it was not start your own business. It was not do a trade show. It was you go and get a job and you work until you get to the head of the company, or you go to college and then you work till you get to the head of the company.
That's it.
Right.
And you stay with the same company.
Yeah, no matter how badly they treat you, no matter what they do, right? And that's just
what we were taught when we were growing up.
Right, because you have to show loyalty. This honestly, boomers, you guys sound like a cult, okay? You sound like twin flames. We need to be loyal. We need to be loyal to you. We need to do everything that you say, but we never get to have an opinion.
Nope. Wow.
I mean, that's just it's sometimes it just all comes together.
Wow.
That will do it for the first half of a conversation with Judy and Ryan. How did you feel about the millennial versus Gen Z conversation? Get in the comments. Or I don't know. What's another thing? Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, you know what I want to start doing? And I'm just I'm this is my own personal thing. Okay. I'm just gonna start. I'm not gonna tell them where to go or what I do. And this is why I'm such a bad marketer. And I'm sorry that I'm your co-host, Judy. I'm not gonna tell them what I do or where to go or anything. I'm just gonna go to people and be like, share, and subscribe. Like, okay, cool. That. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like, yeah, like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. He had Bazinga. That's my bill. Like, share, and subscribe. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real terrible in hypothetically 5 years when YouTube is no longer a thing, and there will always be some kind of social media, but like, share, subscribe, it will be like follow, pass on, and something, right? It won't be that. And I'm just still like, share, subscribe. Oh God. Why don't you go to a different platform, millennial? Hey, leave me alone, Gen Z. Come on, man. I'm trying to be nice. Anyway, when we come back, something happened in my life. I almost forgot to talk about it again, so that's why I had to write it down. This is just a weekly occurrence here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. We'll be right back. Woo! 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 Woo!
Wow, that was like a happier woo this time. You know, I feel that you're very like,
dude,
uppity today.
Uppity? That's not the right word, Judy. Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube at TABPOD. We do TikToks. Right, we still do those, right, Judy?
Yes, we do the TikToks every day. Okay. Mostly every day, a TikTok a day.
the one that's been real popular lately is the one where I got embarrassed, right?
Yes, it is. It's the Seahawks Cowboys TikTok video.
Yeah,
and it's just so great. I mean, everything about that video. I mean, not for you, sorry.
Yeah, like whoever edited it, and I know it wasn't you. I know, but whoever edited it, like. You have to? I was trying towards the end of that
Top
game
notch.
to be. I was trying to be like, okay, I get it. We got beat down, but really, you had to put me at the height of my excitement and then just show. That was not cool. Okay, editor guy, not cool.
Pick it up with the editor. It's not me.
We are also on YouTube at TABPOD, as I was saying, where you can watch the entirety of the podcast. Like I had my friend Yaya do, you know.
Oh, what up, Yaya?
She was watching last week's episode, and she said to me, she texted me, she goes, Ramon's black? And I go, yeah, why wouldn't he be? He's like, well, then why were you saying his name like that? I was like, cause it's funny. Come on. Like, yeah.
And I love that, like, on the video, he actually goes by RJ.
Ramon James.
But here we
Anytime.
are. We just
Anytime
call
you
him
have a James
Ramon.
in your name, you have to hyphenate. LBJ made that a thing, right? It's what you have to do. So he's RJ, Ramon J. I honestly have no idea. That's why I'm just making something up. He's gonna get in the comments. He'd be like, "What? Why would you say that? I don't even like basketball."
Oh man, I'm glad that you did remember to put the link of his football team thingy though on.
Yeah, of course. And then when I drop the clip of it, it's coming. It's been uploaded, but in the clip too, it'll have the link. So tickets actually aren't that expensive. They're only $20 if you're into a 7-on-7 adult football tackle
Out in Las Vegas.
If you know the sports and you like the sports, then come watch the sports.
Go support sports. Go support local.
No,
sports.
but seriously, if you want to support, honestly, think of it. Forget the fact that I'm a dopey fool, but if you want to support people who are trying their best to live their dream in a workspace that is highly competitive, and these guys are just putting it on the line every week to try and make themselves be put in a bit better of a position, then you probably want to come out and watch that, right? Mm-hmm. If you like college sports at all, then you probably want to come out and watch that. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Judy.
Yeah, Ryan.
It is time for Ryan Refutes.
Woo!
What are we refuting today?
Okay, on today's episode of Ryan Refutes, also not food related, 2 weeks in a row, y'all. But
I like how you keep bringing that up. You were the one who put the rule in place.
I know.
And then you were the one who broke it. And now you're the one who wants to keep bringing it up. Hey, remember that rule that I put on myself that I broke? I'm not breaking it anymore.
I might break it sometime soon, but not right now.
Yeah, it's all right. Christmas ham. Why is it good or bad? Go.
No. Okay, so I want you to refute that cats are actually a man's best friend and not dogs. I also never know if you've ever had a cat or not, but
I have not ever. I mean, I owned a cat when I was younger, but I'm allergic, so I have not owned a cat in a very, very long time, and now I've got to figure out a way. They're man's best friend.
Yeah.
Now, it's not going to be on the cuteness factor because, I mean, puppies, right? Now, I get it. Kittens have their little beans, and everyone loves little beans, right?
Little beans, yes.
Puppies. But what I will say as to why a cat can be a man's best friend is, gentlemen, what is the one thing that women would say that we are not good at? Judy, I'll let you have a guess.
I don't know.
Okay. See, yeah. She's with a real man, and he does everything. So she has no complaints. Okay, zero. Judy, the one thing I would say that women universally think about men is that we are not clean. And I don't mean like we're gross and we're dirty, but like that they either need to be the ones to make sure everything stays tidy because we'll leave piles of stuff everywhere, or we'll just, and we'll leave the cabinets wide open when we grab a dish or something. Not speaking from experience, but that's what I'm saying is that okay. I feel like women universally feel like we don't know how to clean up after ourselves to a degree. But you know who forces you to learn how to clean up after yourself? if you ever want to have, let's say, any kind of adult friendships in which people will at some point see your living space, it's a cat. A cat will definitely teach you how to be clean. Why? Let me tell you. One, do you know how much fur comes off of a cat daily?
Yes, I do know.
You have a mini Chewbacca walking around your house at any moment, and you need to make sure that you're cleaning up after them. Okay? That's one. Two, unlike a dog that you have to take outside and let him do his business, a cat is smart enough to be able to find a litter box and use that. But then the adult in the room has to come in after that and clean it up. And if you don't clean it up, your place is going to smell nasty. Okay?
Nasty. Mm-hmm.
And then the third thing, and I might have a fourth, I haven't decided yet, but definitely the third thing. Dogs will chew stuff up while they teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they're younger, they'll chew anything. But with a little training, they will stop once the adult teeth grow in.
Right.
If you are not monitoring your home every minute of every day with the cat and seeing what's going on and making sure that they have other options, doesn't matter if it's day 1 or day 100,001, that motherfucker is going to claw the shit out of whatever it wants. And so now you have to be an adult to be like, yo, I paid for this stuff. I need to make sure it stays looking nice, right? So this is why a cat is obviously man's best friend. Because while a dog does all the things that men want, we want attention, we want affection, we want you to not say anything, but just be there with us all the time. Just sit there and be quiet, but leave me the fuck alone, which is what a dog does. A cat forces you to be an adult, forces you to man up on your shit. Okay? Refute me not, bitch.
So, a cat is a man's best friend because they force you to be adults.
Yeah. Look at me. I've never owned a cat. I don't think you've met anyone more childish than me. So, I mean, you know what I really want? I want this alpha male shirt, but I want it to say Sigma. Because I identify more, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I am like your red pill Sigma male guy on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at what the definition of a Sigma is, it's someone who basically has the traits of an alpha. And let's face it, I'm just a natural born leader of men, okay? If I had any kind of sports acumen, I would have been coaching 4 teams at one time. It's just, you know, Travis Kelce does 2 things at once. I double that, okay?
Okay.
But a Sigma is supposed to be someone in the internet culture, let's say, is defined as someone who possesses all the traits of an alpha, but rather than roam in a pack, just prefers to be by themselves.
Interesting.
Right? And my introverted ass loves him some staying at home.
I feel it.
So
I'm sure there's a shirt that exists out there.
I know. I'm gonna have to get back on Etsy. But that's a fun thing. I'm just gonna go on and type Sigma male and just see what pops up.
Might surprise you.
Ooh. Speaking of things that might surprise you, did you try the thing with Keith? With the Bratz game?
We have not. No, not yet.
Did you tell him?
Not yet.
You're like, I like how
I
you said
tried
it
to
like,
get to it, like, but we haven't had the time to like sit and watch, like, yeah.
well, I'm sure by now he knows about it since he listens to the show. He's probably just been like, yeah, Judy, I've just been waiting for you to ask me about that fucking game, and you never did. So,
I know.
too busy telling my mom what to do and move shit around. Like, I don't know.
That was one time. Stop bringing it up.
Never. Oh, God. There are certain things that I refuse to ever let go, okay? There's certain things. The one thing I was talking to my family about the other day. One thing is this story that my dad tells about how if you want to have a son, you do these steps. I will never forget. Right? I love this story. So I told Quarter Life Crisis. I don't think I ever told a conversation.
No. You told us.
I did?
Yes,
I told the eavesdroppers?
yes,
The ear hustlers?
we mentioned it months ago, and we were talking about like having kids, and you're like, oh, if you want a boy, you gotta drink like black coffee.
Yep, I've told it.
Yeah.
So that one, and the reason I love that story so much is because my dad told that story with such conviction. Like we were talking about how you gaslight yourself, right? He would tell this story with such conviction. He got someone who has earned a professional medical degree and makes their livelihood by ensuring that people live longer by providing them medicine and medical practices. I'm talking about a doctor. He got a doctor to be like, I can't disprove what you're saying. Right? A doctor should have been like, no. Yeah, you got a point.
Maybe.
So it's that.
Yeah.
And it's the time that my mom gave Zach the first piece of my cake. It's those two moments that I will hold on to forever. And now, slowly but surely, the third thing is that Judy turned her in-laws into slave labor. I'm just pulling it in slowly but surely. Either that or it's going to have to go into the Joke Hall of Fame. We're going to see which way it goes.
Which way? We'll see.
I.e., we're going to see how long Judy lets this fly. And then she's like, no, seriously, Ryan, cut it the fuck out. I'm done. I'm done.
You got one more week.
Oh, God.
Get it out while you can.
Judy, I mentioned in the previous segment, my brakes went out.
Yeah.
I think someone tried to kill me and they cut my... No, I'm kidding.
Like, damn.
I was coming back from lunch because what I'll do now since I'm so close is I'll come let the dog out while I'm on lunch. And that way I don't have to do it first thing when I get home. And I was coming back and I bent down to grab a bottle of water that had fallen on the passenger floorboard, whatever it's called. I know cars. Vroom, vroom.
Clearly.
And when I went down to pick it up, it was, how like when you bend down and you feel your pants break? Like, have you ever like bent down and popped a stitch or something?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, like on my leggings. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for saving me. No, only my fat ass, huh?
I'm like, I don't wear pants, but I'm like, okay, maybe yeah, leggings.
So that's what it felt like, but it was in my brake pedal. All the pressure in my brake pedal just suddenly went away, and it was just on the bottom to the floor, right?
Okay.
And I don't know much about brakes, but what I do know is that there was enough juice in there that it would keep the brakes going. Enough to stop it. Like, I would have to slow down and drive like 15 miles under the speed limit, but it would give me enough to slow down with the braking power that I did have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get back to work.
So I'm sorry. You were grabbing a water bottle that fell on the floor while you were driving?
I was at a stoplight,
Oh, okay.
right? So I'm stopped.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, the fact that my foot was on the brake, I thought that was enough of an example. My apologies. Yes, I'm at a
No, no.
stoplight.
Okay.
I bend over, I blow a stitch in my brake, and I'm like, okay, so I get back to work, I look around all of my wheels, and sure as hell, there's nothing but brake fluid all over the front. Ironically
Oh.
enough, the front passenger side that your boy was leaning on. Your fat ass boy who blew a stitch, who was on that side, and the brake blew out. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so I call the repair shop, and they're like, yeah, we can't fix it tonight, but you can bring it in and we'll take care of it first thing in the morning and pick it up tomorrow. I was like, cool. So I drive it down very carefully and drop it off. But now, because I'm off so early compared to the EP, my only choice to get home is to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So no problem. It's not far. It's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, something like that. Easily
Okay.
done. But on the walk, it gave me a lot of time to think because I forgot my headphones. So
Yeah.
and I was listening to something. Like, I'm not gonna walk 2 miles without listening to anything.
Right.
I would murder someone. But it gave me time to think, and I had a couple thoughts I just wanted to go over with you real quick.
Okay.
The first one was people who I would be interested in possibly accepting a hitchhiking style ride from.
Okay.
Okay? Because I was
Okay.
thinking
Okay.
about this, right? If someone came to me and was like, hey, do you need a ride? What are the odds that I say yes? Right? Now, for
Right.
background, I am someone I would not want to say yes to many people. I'm very fearful that like anyone can take me out at any time, right?
Uh-huh.
So the stereotypical of a hot chick pulled up, no, that's a red flag. Why are you out of nowhere just deciding to help someone that looks like me in my position? Nope, red flag. You're trying to steal my kidneys. Well,
Okay.
what if a cop comes over?
Mm.
Nope, I have dark skin. Red flag. I'm sorry, I couldn't help. But I'm not lying when I say that. There is a fear in me, and this is based on my own experiences, not just based on what's happened in the news. But there is a fear of something bad might happen to me if I would love to have a full-on trust of law enforcement. I would love to be able to just get on the microphone and sing their praises.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't, and it's not because of law enforcement themselves. It's because of the situation that they are put in. They are put in an unwinnable position for people that are human beings, right?
Right.
But there's a part, and I'm not saying that if the cop was insistent, at first I'd be like, why? Why are you so insistent that I get in that car, huh? But
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, okay, you're a cop. I'll get your badge number. I FaceTime with you the whole way, Judy.
Right.
But you know who I would actually consider taking that ride from?
Okay, who?
The person who looks like they might murder me. Right?
Why?
Just go with me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So, I understand that there's body dysmorphia and all this stuff, right? But you gotta know how you look to other people to a degree. And if you look like that and are offering that, you gotta know that people are thinking this is a big mistake. So you will probably be on your best behavior the whole time. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That's more of a fairy tale.
Okay.
But for me specifically, why I would feel more comfortable is because I guarantee you the entire time I would be on my A game. You would not like. There is not a moment where I'll be like, "Oh yeah, the game." No, 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 no. We ain't talking about no game. We ain't talking. We talking about the road and you driving. Let's go. I appreciate your sincerity for allowing me to be in the car with you. Drive. I mean, honestly, if anyone asked me if I needed a ride, I'd most likely say no.
Yeah.
I say most likely because there's that 1% that it's like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I would say yes. If they, hey, I'm on a date and I figured I could also give you a ride so I could do two things at once.
Wow.
I guarantee you that he said like they've been hooking up in some way and he said that to her. Like he did something.
I hope he has not.
He did some kind of trick and he was just like two things at once. Oh no! I when they both finished at the same time. That was it. That was the moment he said it. That was when he said it. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of sex, Judy.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, speaking of sex, two things. One, the other thought that I had on this walk, I realized why women like hiking. You know how when you're on Tinder and every girl is like, I like the outdoors. I like to hike. You know why they like hiking? If they actually like hiking,
why do you like hiking?
It's because hiking with a guy specifically. It's because y'all are in a secluded place. If you do the actual hiking stuff, not if you stay on that bitch ass trail, right? But if you go off the trail, not even a long way off, like 50 yards max, you'll be fully secluded. And that's when you can do some freaky stuff. Like, that's why y'all are like, I like hiking. No, y'all like fucking outdoors. Okay? That's what it is. That's what it is. And I was on my walk. I saw plenty of places. I was like, yep, people could fuck over there. And they could do it over there. And right there. Oh, that's a good little spot right there. And I don't know what me seeing all these places of sexual prowess means about me. But what I do know is that it definitely defines women as a whole. Okay? Any woman who likes to hike, no, you like to fuck outside.
I love it. Perfect. Clip that for me, please.
With the point and everything. And speaking of sex outside, which was my original segue, but I forgot that I had more to say about my breaking story. Oh, real quick. So to fix my front brakes, which had the blowout and everything, it was $500. And then they were also like, well, you should get your rotors and back brakes done as well. Not fix them the same way, just get them done with the rotors and brake pads. Another $500. I was like, no, sir, I will have a homie take care of the rotors and brake pads, por favor. And by homie, I mean, I asked the EP's dad if he could show me how to do it. And he said, all right, pussy, come on. He didn't say that. He was much more gracious than that. But,
I'm glad. But now, when are you guys going to change your stuff?
We just have to order the parts, and then we'll do it.
Okay.
For the third time, I'm going to get this part out. Speaking of sex outside and porn, Judy.
Yeah.
Sorry. You want to tell us about some popular searches?
Yes. Okay, so Pornhub released their terms, like the U.S. top relative. Let me just read it. It's the United States top relative searches, which is the terms searched more often in each state compared to all the others.
Okay.
And I just wanted to read just a few. I'm not going to read all 50, but some of them are wild. But I just wanted to read just like a handful, okay?
Okay.
So Washington State, their most searched term is sensual sex.
That makes sense. Washington's kind of hippie.
Very hippie,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of indoor stuff because of all the rain and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not a lot of hiking going on.
No, no. Idaho. Very, very. I never thought of this with Idaho, but you know what? Idaho is dildo ride.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
Idaho that likes the dildo ride. I mean, it writes itself. I mean, God, I just remember being in middle school, being like, Idaho, no, Idaho, bitch. Oh God.
Okay. Let's see. Ohio. Small dick is the
Oh, Urban Meyer, what did you do? What? Oh God, like that's. I didn't even honestly. You could have given me 5 million guesses. Small dick would have never come across.
Never.
Oh,
Okay.
why are they searching that? Why? What is it? Is it the opposite of like, you know how when you have someone who's real tall and you name him tiny? Are we saying that everyone in Ohio is just so fucking hung that they're like, no, the women are just like, no, we need a break. We need a break from all the huge cocks. We need some small dicks in our life.
Look, if y'all from Ohio, please comment on like why. I'm very curious, honestly.
Yes, if you have ever searched for small dick and you also are from Ohio, please.
Looking at you, Cleveland.
Okay, sorry. Another state, please.
Connecticut. Okay.
The home of ESPN.
Connecticut is a double vaginal.
Y'all be see, ESPN, y'all be abusive. That's just mean.
Oh.
Why you gotta pack it so tight? Come on.
Okay, last one. My favorite is District of Columbia. All right, okay. DC. It is big ass cop.
That one I don't hate. That one I got no issues with that at all.
You know
District of Columbia, kudos to you. You did okay. Ass cop. Do you have them all in front of you?
I do have it all in front of me.
What was Texas?
Texas is creamy.
What?
One word, creamy.
There's so many different. Oh God. Well, yeah. I guess my next question, because I hadn't thought about this before, I would need like people are just searching creamy by itself.
I don't know. It's just
that's got to be like an OnlyFans person in Texas.
Terms searched more often is creamy.
What about Nevada?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah.
We're we are such a pornographic city. We searched ourselves.
Just yourself.
Oh my God.
Okay. Vegas Utah.
Making some home movies.
Listen. Or like hotels. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Utah.
Okay, but Utah. It's just straight up Mormon. What?
Yo, Utah be copying Vegas, man. They're doing that thing where they copy you, but then they put on the end of it, they put an S, so they're like, no, it's my own. That's my own thing. I just want to know, last one I want to know is Hawaii. Okay. Oh, there's one more after that one, though, actually, but Hawaii.
Okay. Hawaii is just Hawaiian.
Okay. Yeah, they love them
They love them, yes.
And Florida.
It just says fantasy.
I like how all the things that you read, that was the one you were like, I don't understand what this is. We
Just
had dildo
fantasy.
ride and creamy, and you're just like, fantasy. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand fantasy.
Honestly, just looking through all of this, there's so these are crazy. Okay,
This is one that's like it's gonna get us in trouble somewhere. Like on TikTok, it's gonna get us.
TikTok is probably
banned.
gonna like ban us.
On YouTube, it's gonna get age restricted.
Yeah. Okay. Can you guess what California is?
Cucumbers.
No, it's 3 words, or I guess 2 words if you combine one. You're like running through what?
I'm like 3-way is part of it. Is there 3-way in there? No. Okay, I don't know.
No. Okay.
I was like custom 3-way.
California is Asian stepmom.
Look at you, San Francisco.
These are great. Oh my god!
Man.
If we don't get banned from TikTok, I would like to clip maybe the picture of.
Oh, that's definitely gonna get us banned. If anything else didn't, that will
get us banned. Yeah.
An entire page of just dicks and dildos and hot Asian stepmoms. Are you kidding me? We're gonna be in trouble.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right, Judy, we're running out of time.
Oh damn.
But there is one thing I want to talk about. This was also very prevalently talked about last night at the family gathering. There is a Christmas movie that y'all women just go goo goo gaga over.
Okay.
And honestly, I want to sit here right now and say it should not be a cherished Christmas movie. This is a movie that should be forgotten and purged from Christmas history. It is a bad vibe. It does everything to build up the bad and diminish the good with Christmas, in my opinion.
Okay.
That movie, I believe I've talked about it before on here. But guess what? Every year y'all want to keep bringing it back, so we bringing it back. That movie, Love Actually. Right? Last night.
I will admit, I don't think I've seen the whole thing in its entirety.
You don't have to. For anyone who hasn't seen it, apologies. It's basically a bunch of sub-stories that are these people's lives. Sometimes they intersect, sometimes they don't. And it's all happening at Christmas, and it's based around relationships, right?
Yes.
So the one that the women love is the one with the stalker. He's a stalker, and he shows up, and I forget his actual name, but he's the sheriff.
Andrew Lincoln. Yes, I love
him. Andrew Lincoln shows up to his best friend's house, who is married to Keira Knightley, and then after she opens the door, he says, "Don't say a fucking word." and then he plays a video for her. And this whole time he's telling her how much he loves her and everything. But you know what? You know what? Actually, if you think about what's actually happening, this dude was asked to film his best friend's wedding, and he ruined the wedding film because those are so handy and easy to recreate. He ruined the wedding film by being a stalker and focusing on Keira Knightley the whole time. Okay? Then someone who's supposed to be your best friend basically says, "Hey, I would really love it if we could at some point have sex. I know it'll probably never happen, but I love you so much, and I would love to have sex with you." And then how do we top this off? What's the cherry on this piece of shit cake?
What?
She kisses him. She cheats on her husband with her stalker who ruined her wedding video. Merry Christmas. Now let's move on to another one that people like to talk about. Oh, the little boy, he had a crush on the girl. You know what I say? I say boundaries, okay? Never once did he say to her, hey, I like you. Never once did he do anything other than just be everywhere that she was in order to try and be like, hey, if I'm around you enough, you'll have to like me, right? And we wonder where this fucking simp society came from. And that's what we got for Christmas movies. And the defense of this was, well, his dad took him to the airport and he was all cool with it. You know what? There was a couple parents in Michigan a couple months back, maybe a while back, that decided it was okay to give their son a handgun. And guess how that played out? Parents make mistakes, people. Just because they do it and they're charming like Liam Neeson, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter that they're making mistakes and you are saying it's okay. Oh, but Ryan, what about Hugh Grant's character? He was the president. I know it's not actually a president, but I'm going to say a president. He was the president of England. Think about all the tax dollars that were spent while he goes knocking up and down this street of people trying to find this piece of pussy that he loves so much. Because it wasn't just him. Because you could say, well, he was off, or he has a salary, or well, it's Christmas. So he had his entire security force watching him. That's man hours being spent, people. It's probably
Did
overtime.
he really? Oh my god!
Yeah, because he's the what is it called? The prime minister.
The prime minister.
Yeah, he's the prime minister, so they have to. It's their duty, right? And normally, if he's at his house, I don't know, whatever, the England's White House, he's not the palace, he's not royalty, but England's White House. Like he could have like two guys there, and then you have a couple down stationed at the front. No, he's mobile. You know how much extra stuff has to go for mobility? Oh, let's not even talk about. I
feel like I should watch this movie.
Let's not do it and then tell me how it's a good Christmas movie. Let's not even talk about Alan Rickman's character, who literally cheats on his wife. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Wow, there's so many big stars in this movie.
Oh, no. So it's one of those, because like I said, it's sub stories, right? A lot of stars in this. Mm-hmm. There are two sets in there of stories that, in my opinion, are okay. One has nothing to do with Christmas at all, so it's still a bad Christmas movie. But it's the two actors, like they're two actors, they're body doubles essentially for actors in movies. Mm-hmm. And throughout working with each other, and it's funny because they're body doubles for sex scenes, so they're naked, but they're still like getting to know each other. It's really. That's a good. It's well done. But that's one. But like I said, that's not Christmas. That's just naked people getting to know each other. It's a good concept for a movie. Hollywood, punch it up. But the one that actually I think is really a great embodiment of Christmas is, and I forget his name, but he's a really well-known English actor. He's been in a ton of stuff, but he plays like a down and out pop star. Okay. And he comes up with a Christmas song that like kind of reinvigorates his career. And he's doing all the things that he did, but he actually has an arc as a human. And instead of spending the night on Christmas, partying it up with Elton John and doing blow off a hooker's boobs, he decides to spend it with his manager, who had spent every Christmas with him when he wasn't famous. He decided to be a bigger person and show the person who always showed him some love in return. And that's why I say that one, if we're talking about it, that one is actually one where, okay, there's some Christmas thought, but everything else, get the fuck out of here.
Wow, perfect timing.
Man, almost like I timed it that way. Remember, people, I need someone to follow me around on honestly, I just wanted to use it.
I'm just so happy how clear it sounds.
That's when because really at this point, there's not a whole bunch of things that I'm going to think of to be famous about. I'm sure that I'll come up with one or two here or there, but I'm not going to get too many chances to use that sound clip going forward. And you're right. It's just been so shitty. Like I told you last week, I don't trust our show technology wise until it's proven without a doubt to be correct. And so I wanted to do it. So, all right, that will do it for this week's show. I feel like I've just run, not a marathon, but like a 400 sprint. You know? Yeah. Like it wasn't slow and steady. It was fun. I was burning octane the entire time, baby. Oh, gosh. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you guys. If you're one of our listeners on any of the audio podcasts, I don't mention you guys nearly as much, but you guys are just as, if not more important to everything that we're doing. And if you're one of our 37 subscribers on YouTube, well, you are the bread and butter that is a conversation. Well, no, of the Tab Pod universe. You're the bread and butter of Tab Pod. Yes. So, no, honestly, we're getting close to the holidays. Well, I mean, we're in the middle of the holidays, but we're getting close to like the actual holiday that everyone says happy holidays for, Christmas. And I just want you guys to know how much we do appreciate every single one of you, every single time that you spend any time listening to a moment of anything we want to talk about. Mm-hmm. We really, really love you guys. And
we do.
I'm going to stop being a pussy now. Oh.
Bye. Bye.
Sigma male.